talk about insurance, and we want to talk about Customer Service Week, and our guest is an insurance company, Africa Merchant Assurance Company Limited, Amaco. We have two people from the very top. One is the chairman of the board of Amaco, is Michael Kenga Mure, and the acting CEO, Esther Mugure, is also here with us. Good morning, Chairman. Good morning, CEO.
Good morning.
Karibuni sana to the hot seat, the Situation Room.
Asante sana.
We were saying earlier, and City was telling us that his bank has given him shoes as Customer Service Week. And I was saying, mine, they've given me 3% interest loan.
And we are saying
payable only this week.
Yeah, we are saying these things.
And then after this week, it goes back to 19%.
Yep. The information we've just given you cannot be verified. So that's why we're giving it to you, because you can't verify it. It's only us telling you.
Nyinyi mnapeana nini? Sweets.
Sweets, of course, are there. I think each and every company has, especially at the reception area.
Yes.
But also today, as you may know, we have that mini roadshow, and we'll be paying fare for because most of our clients are the users of the public meals. So we'll be paying randomly fare for the guys using the public meals.
This is going to be interesting. Don't say anymore. Fare italipwa leo.
Randomly.
Roger. We will get into those details. But first, City, please welcome our guests with the day's proverb.
Yes. Hii ni mzuri sana. Kenya ni nchi mzuri bwana. Bali hata fare inalipwa. Na pengine unapewa nini? Peremende. But our proverbs for this week come from the kingdom of Morocco. Okay? What is in the head of a camel is not in the head of the camel driver.
What is in the head of the camel is not in the head of the camel driver. Let's start with the chairman. Mure, when you hear this proverb, what comes to mind? What do you think the Moroccans are saying?
The Moroccans, in my view, are saying the camel is the one which is moving, but the driver is on top of the camel. So which one do you believe? I think you believe the camel, because that is the one which is showing you the direction.
Is it necessarily on top of it?
The one that is actually moving
is the camel.
The camel. Who your driver, the passenger. And customer week leo. We are better fair. Yes.
Esther, what's your interpretation?
Okay, what is in the head of the camel? The way I interpret it is that the vision that you have, you need to own it. It's not, nobody else can drive it. It is your vision, you need to own it, and you need to guide now the rest on how to, but you are the one to drive it, to own it, and to show the rest the direction on where you want things to go.
That's a good one as well. So let me come to you, Mr. Chairman, Michael Kenga Mure. Tell us about Amaco Insurance. What company is this?
Amaco Insurance Company is, of course, an insurance company formed 24 years ago. It has 26 branches all over the country, and our main area of business has been the motor vehicle insurance products, PSV, and individual insurance products to the owners of vehicles, comprehensive and third party. However, we are a general insurance company, and on that note, we have other products, which of course for a long time we have not been able to develop them. But now we have started what we call now the non-motor business. Now the non-motor business is basically insurance products for your house, livestock, for schools, personal accident, WIBA for those who are working in factories. So those are the kind of products that we are going in. Travel insurance is another product that we have started now developing. So into the market, those are the products that we want now to emphasize, because everybody knows Amaco as a PSV insurance company. But now we want to say, no, we are not only PSV, but we are also non-motor business, marine insurance for those who are exporting products. So those are the areas that now we want to emphasize as we move on into our new financial year, which will be 2025-2026.
Okay. Esther, in all these 24 years that this company has been in operation, and like Chairman has said, you have basically just perfected your niche, which has been the PSVs, and now you're deciding, all right, so now that we've got it all covered, we understand it with our eyes closed, we will be able to offer insurance in the PSV sector. We know that Biashara very well, like the back of our hands. Now you're venturing into these other general insurance products. Why now?
Okay. There's never a wrong time to change and to start something new. But basically, it's not new. These products have been there. It's only that now it has been sort of a strength, or the team that we have strength on that area. But it's the high time we need to diversify our portfolio, because the PSV business, it's okay. It's a good business, but we want to diversify. You know, as they say, it's not right to put all your eggs in one basket. So that's where we are coming from. We need to diversify our brand from the matatu business to be a wholesome insurance company.
Okay.
Yes.
So you talked about, Chairman, you talked about domestic insurance, you talked about WIBA, workplace insurance, insuring schools. Let's go into schools, because recently we've seen what's happening in schools. What kind of insurance product is this that you'd be offering to schools?
Well, the main product that you have, you have just rightly said that we have experienced a lot of accidents in schools, banning these schools. So we want to be able to cover our children in these schools. So we are going to make group life cover for these schools. So basically, all what we want to mitigate against the risks in all these schools and colleges by giving them what we are doing in our place is that we are going to develop specific products for specific institutions, because every institution, depending on what class, they will, just like those who take a comprehensive insurance cover for their car and those who take a third-party cover. So the same thing is what we want now to develop, to be able to go into the various institutions. Our marketing team has developed a number of products, but we want to tailor-make the product to suit the individual institutions. That's how we're going to approach it. Yes.
Thank you. I have a question. I can see this.
She has a question. In fact, she has questions.
Yes.
No, I'm just I'm scratching my head, and I just want to know how it works. Because you remember when we were talking about shift and shaft, there's a part where parents had to register and have their kids come in as, dependents. If I'm a parent listening, or I'm a head of an institution, perhaps just to understand how then this group life cover works. I think that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So who takes it? Is it the parents who take it?
Yeah.
Is it the school that takes it?
You see, that's exactly okay. Well, before I give it over to Esther, you see, that's why we want to tailor-make, because again, I will give my own personal example. I have an insurance cover for my child, all right? I have a medical cover for my child, all right? But when they go into the institution, if anything happens, I personally, on my own, I can make a claim as far as my child is concerned. But what about the other child whose parents have not been able to get a cover? So that's why when we go and meet the institutions, we will be able to find out. So then we can now tailor-make a product that will be able to encompass all of them. Because if the fire comes there, it will not spare my child. Neither will it spare your child.
That's true.
So that's what we intend to do.
Okay.
So we have just given the general name.
All right.
But we will now focus when we go into a specific institution, then we will get the details and tell you this is the product we are offering.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, if I may add on that, on top of tailor-making the products for the schools, we are also trying to venture into training. As much as you're covering them in case of an incident, it's also important to mitigate that risk not to happen. We don't want it to happen so that we are developing also trainings for those institutions so that we can even go to the institution, make sure that everything is okay. The drivers are qualified in terms of the school buses. Maybe they're handling the kids, they're taking all the precautions. The buses have gone for inspections, all that. We try as much as possible to prevent from those accidents happening. In terms of the dormitories, the way those cases have come up lately, at least we make sure the dormitories are according to the set standards. The fire extinguisher, the exits, everything is okay. Then on top of that, now they have the cover. In case something happens, this child is covered. In case of injuries, in case of, God forbid, death and stuff, the parents are well compensated. Yes, but we always pray God that those things don't happen. But it's good to be prepared.
So we cover the school. We cover the equipment, we cover the dormitories, we cover the buses. What about the teachers?
They're part of the school.
They're part of the school.
Oh, so it's an institution.
So that's
a group.
Okay. Yeah, it's a group cover. So we will make it in such a way that depending on the school management, they will tell us exactly what they want. We will give them the various options and they can choose what they want. So for us, yes, the teachers are part and parcel. I believe in most of those dormitories we have matrons who sleep with those kids.
Yeah.
So inevitably they have to be covered.
And the watchmen who open the gates.
Exactly, the same. Their workers, even the cooks. Yes.
Great.
If an electrical problem happens in the kitchen, what happens?
That's true.
So for us, it's a wholesome cover. We are basically mitigating against any risk. So it's a question of the client now to tell us exactly what they specifically want, and then we will be able to tailor-make that.
It's about what I'm hearing here is diversification of your product offering.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
And even looking at the others that you had mentioned, marine, travel insurance, or domestic insurance.
Yes.
So these are the ones where you have to come and convince me why I need to take insurance.
Yes.
Now, I've had a running beef with insurance companies for a number of years. That insurance companies in this country, because the law requires certain sectors to be insured by law, insurance companies have become sort of like, I don't want to use the word lazy, but let's look for a synonym for the word.
Okay, I will provide you with a synonym for lazy. Lazy.
So you see, over the years, that, for example, motor vehicle insurance, it is statutory. So every vehicle on the road must be insured. So you go on to that. Workplace insurance, because of the big factories, it's part of the laws. So those ones, you must have those ones. And then now these others where you come and tell me, okay, you know what, Eric, you'll be traveling and you travel a lot, so it's important for you to take your insurance, or look at your house, the things in your home, it's important for you to insure them, or you're carrying a gadget, you can insure that gadget. Oh, Eric, you know, your voice, it's the one that earns you money, you can insure your voice. You find it so hard to come and sell such things. Is it so, Chairman?
Well, it depends. If you're a salesman, you should be able to sell ice cream to the Eskimos. All right? So if you're a good salesman, you should. You have to give a justification as to why Eric should be able to take a travel insurance, because Eric travels, and in his travels, he stands chances of falling sick or involved in an accident, and he's out of his own environment. So that's what I would be able to talk to Eric about. I'll give you a good example. We are working very closely with Athletics Kenya in terms of trying to get all our athletes, as they travel out, to get a travel cover for the period that they will be out there and competing and when they come back. So it's a short-term cover. So you see, there are those policies which are 1 year long. There are only policies specific for the event or the activity that you are undertaking, and it lapses immediately that activity is over. So as I said, the main key thing is we are trying to tailor-make products that will suit the individual or collective needs.
Okay. Esther, do people trust insurance companies?
People don't. Let me just be honest.
Is it getting worse?
Yeah, people don't. It's because of the footing that insurance started in our country. It started in the wrong footing. People were lied to, and they were not given the proper education to understand like what is insurance. So the people who used to sell insurance those time, bora umeweka commission yako, we utadeal na nini huko baadaye.
Claims someone else.
Yes. So I don't really blame them because insurance has not, the training has not been done properly. So people have not embraced. That's why you'll find that people will just take insurance because it's compulsory. Otherwise, if they had an option, even those motor insurance, they will not take it. But insurance is very important, and we are also trying to venture into that. As much as you want to sell insurance, it's important you train people on the importance of insurance so that when someone is deciding, they are well informed, and they will also, when it comes from them, I really need this product. It's better than when they are coerced by agents every other second. They are calling you. I know you hear insurance people are here and you want to go under your table, Yeah.
You don't want to give your phone number.
You don't give your phone number. No, I'll call you. I'll give you. But if you're well trained and you know the importance of this product, you are the one who will be looking for those insurance agents. So in our country, training in insurance is one thing, and also maybe the economy. I can blame the economy a bit because I think most people take insurance like a luxury. If you have an extra coin to save, but it will not be at your on top savings, insurance, school fees. No, insurance is just like the last option. Yeah, that's why we have so many people who default, and they don't know if you default before this time, you will not get your money back. So people don't trust insurance.
Maybe if you could just educate me, like maybe a layman who's watching as well, who has not attempted to get it, runs away from it like a plague. Yes, because this is the fear, and it can come out as ignorant. But you definitely hear someone say, "Why would I insure? I might never be in an accident. What am I putting insurance in for? I might never be in a situation of the sort. I'm giving my money out for free." Maybe you could create a picture so that people understand the importance of that particular insurance. You might pick one, for example, to be specific. But you do know that there's that attitude in the air.
I know that attitude.
It might never happen. Or will I ever use it?
That's a typical Kenyan thinking. Yeah. Like 80% of Kenyans, I think that way. Exactly. And funny thing is, you see, there's someone who will take insurance like for 5 years. I've never gotten an accident. So this time, let me just take TPO. The month you take TPO is the day that you get an accident.
God forbid.
Yeah, it
so
happens.
What is insurance? Mitigating against risk. So that is the education we need to give our people. Because, Eric, when you leave this office, as you drive on Mombasa Road, on the expressway, we know the first beginning of the expressway, how many accidents we had.
Many.
There we are.
Yeah.
Right. So that's basically the message we need to pass over to the Kenyan people. Yes, Esther has emphasized a point. We look at insurance as the last option, because of the status of our disposable income. So the intake currently in Kenya is just about 3%. And apart from South Africa, all right, which is nearly 8%. So you can see the intake of insurance is very low. And it is because people have not understood what are the benefits. They might not be glaring. They might not be that open for us. But there you are. When you are involved in that fatal accident, that is when you realize the importance of an insurance.
It becomes a big thing.
Yes, thank you.
So there are many insurance companies that are registered, licensed, and regulated by your regulator, the Insurance Regulatory Authority.
Yes.
Many of you are members of the Association of Insurance.
Not men, all of us.
All of you
have to.
are members of the Association of Kenya Insurers.
Yes.
Now, between the individual insurance company, Amaco, the association, AKI, and the regulator, IRA, whose responsibility should it be to conduct public education and create, we talk about financial literacy. Now, this is insurance literacy. Whose responsibility should it be? Who should bear the bigger weight of this, of making sure that more people understand insurance?
The Insurance Regulatory Authority.
It's the regulator.
Yes, because
It's
that
a
is the
mandate.
official. It's a mandate.
Okay.
Yes.
So we still are at 3%.
Yes.
So many years after independence,
Yes.
we are at 3%.
Yes.
With a population that was this way, now it's this way. We are at 3%. Before regulator came in, after regulator has come in at 3%. What can we do?
In my view, I'll give this, I'm not a regulator, I'm an insurance company, but I think one of the things that we have talked ourselves, or we have looked at it with my management team and the board, is we definitely need to develop products that are attractive to the population. I'll give you a good example. And I quote the Gen Z millennials. You know, they'll be very keen. When you go and tell a Gen Z or a millennial who has bought, maybe to talk to him about an insurance for a house or a life cover, he doesn't think like that. I thought my generation and maybe my brother's generation, we thought about a life cover where we were paying very small amounts for the next 20 years. The current Gen Z will want to insure his iPhone. All right? So why don't we come up with a cover for an iPhone? All right? Because that is what the Gen Z or the millennial thinks. My phone is everything. And indeed, they have demonstrated to us that their phone is everything. So I think one of the reasons, in my view, in the years that I've been in the industry, is that we have not been responsive to what the clients want. It is what we thought we are going to give out, and the intake has been that dismal. So as of now, many of the insurance companies, if you look at their portfolios, they are developing products that are attractive. People never thought you could get an insurance cover for your livestock. We are developing one for the farmers. That's what they want. So that when you lose your herd, you know where you can be able to get compensation. If there is, because of climate change, you have lost your crop, you know where you're going to get compensation. Now, these are the things these are practical. You know, they can touch, they can feel. That's basically the way I'm trying to guide my team to look at exactly what the people need, not what we think is there. Very academic. No.
This morning we are having a conversation about insurance, and this being Customer Service Week, we have Amaco Insurance with us in the studio. Kenga Mure is the chairman of the board of Amaco, and Esther Mugure is the acting CEO. This is what will be happening later today. Onayo, this one is the map. Okay? Amaco and Radio Maisha will be having this roadshow and the caravan today, and it starts at KCB Kencom, going to Afya Center, to Ngara, to Isli, to Huruma, all this way, interacting with your client and customers and telling them this is who we are, we've been in this market for this long, and for some lucky passengers, fare talipwa.
Yes.
So look out for this caravan, wherever you'll be today. Look out for it. It will be clearly branded Amaco, 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 Amaco. It's a Customer Service Week, and happy Customer Service Week. Amaco will be coming to you today, courtesy of Amaco Radio Maisha Standard Group. There'll be a roadshow, a caravan going above and beyond to serve you. Today from Kencom at CBD, going all the way to Afya Center, Ngara, Isli, to Huruma. They will be interacting with you and telling you exactly what Amaco has been doing. Amaco has been very, very big in the PSV sector for the last 24 years. And as Chairman Kenga Mure is telling us, as well as Acting CEO Esther Mugure, they are also diversifying and offering more products coming into the next financial year. They want to offer you more products. But the issue about insurance again, and this one I want to pose to you, Esther, is as we talked about the issue of trust. There's what the insurance companies have also done, not honoring claims on time, slow in terms of claims processing and clearance. You know, why does that happen? And for Amaco, like, what is, because it's Customer Service Week, what is your promise in terms of clearance of and processing of claims and so on and so forth?
Okay, I agree. We have failed somehow, and that's why we are coming out to correct the wrongs. Insurance companies, we cannot say we have done people well, and that's maybe one of the things that have contributed in low uptake of the insurance products in terms of paying claims. I'm not talking about Amaco alone. It's across the board. People have had complaints when it comes to claims payments. But now, as I talk for Amaco, we are ready to correct the wrongs that we did, and we are paying our claims on time. We are revisiting all the historical issues. This is a new Amaco. And we are here as the customer service week. The message we want to put out there is that our customer is first. That is one of our core values: customer based, customer focused, customer first. And we seek for forgiveness for the wrongs that we have done before. It's good sometimes to own you if you have wronged. If we seek for that forgiveness, and we promise to earn back their trust. We promise to do better. We are a new brand, and we are ready to pay our claims on time and give the best service beyond the obvious. Yes.
During this week, this is when companies come up with a customer service charter. And they say, this is our promise.
Yes.
When you walk in, you shall be attended to by a trained customer service official who will take you through our products, and you should be able to be sorted within X minutes. If you lodge a claim, this is how fast it will be for us to process that claim. What's your charter?
It's on the same ground, but I can't give time. Our claims are a bit complicated. We need investigators, we need assessors, because even we must appreciate the fact that there are also people who are out to fraud us. We experience so many frauds, and that is one of the reasons maybe claims take a bit longer time to pay, because we need to do our due diligence to know exactly this claim is payable. But once we have that and we are certain that this is an honest claim, within the month, we are able to pay that claim. Yes.
One of the things that we've often spoken of with regards to insurance companies is, and this one, I'm repeating something that has been said before, taking the time and bother to get the would-be client and would-be customer to actually understand what it is that you actually do and how they benefit from it. People refer to it generally as education, customer education, but ensuring that from a very, very early age, that's the would-be client or customer, understands what insurance does, or the very things that insurances do for you. Okay? Because if you're talking about, say, an insurance cover for accidents. Most people don't even read what it actually... There are very many things that are included in the event of an accident. Very many things which are included. But many people don't read, or when they read, they don't fully understand. If you are of my generation, as Bwana Kenga mentioned, as we knew, you took life insurance. These are the products that people talk of came later, but there was life insurance. Yes. Now, so the question would be, I won't benefit from this thing because I'll be dead. Yes. So the motivation to take it was hopefully that your family would benefit from it. But now there are very many insurance products that someone can benefit from in the short term, the medium term, and the long term. But people who would be clients don't understand. I'm focusing because those who understand already your clients.
Yes.
But those who would be, and they form the larger component of the citizenry of this country, do not understand. So they cannot participate in whatever it is that you offer because they don't really understand what it is that you're offering.
Okay, I agree with you. Actually, there's a time I've also sold life insurance, and we experienced such things whereby you are trying to convince someone, when you pass away, your children will be educated.
When you die.
And then someone will tell
they
you.
try to cost in their fortunate
way. Yeah. And you'll find that especially the younger generation, they'll be like, if I take insurance, my wife will kill me. Cause
exactly. I'm glad you brought it up. Yes.
Yeah. So even with time, also the situation has really become complicated. So convincing someone, it goes back to the education, to to really educate people on insurance. In terms of accident, like now, most people don't know you need a PA cover. As much as you have your car insured, in case of that accident, the passengers you are carrying are covered, but the driver, you are not covered. It is a car and the passengers you carry. That's why we are educating people, or you sensitize people, or make people aware. You need a personal accident for yourself. You have covered your car, yes, but yourself, you have not. Insurance is very, very broad, very. And people are just taught just the surface area of it. Now, when claims come, that's when the book is out. You see here, you did not read here, you did not. Yes. So education is key.
Well, let me ask this question. Do you, as Amaco, since it's you who is here, take the time and bother to find out what it is that you are... You mentioned the schools, yes, but there's this whole body of people whom we refer to as Gen Z.
Yeah.
Millennials, yes. There's an age bracket that comprises them like 70% of the population of this country. So they have needs which are very different from what I would consider needs. Okay? Do you take the time and bother to actually find out what it is they need, so that when you talk about products, it's products that meet the needs of these people?
And I want to add to what City is saying, even as you respond, how do you do that? Yes. And also there is that mindset, it exists. Majority, I would say, lack interest. All right, they might be, educated. As far as literacy is concerned, but there is lack of interest. How do you break this mindset, even as you engage that group of people to teach them more and know what it is that they need?
Okay. Maybe before I give the chairman, one of the things that chairman had said about the products and the way you are saying about the product, if we take our time to figure out what exactly they need, one of the things we've noticed that they need, it's like, you see the way the circles work. Someone knows I will get something. What is in for me? That's what the current generation, what is in for me? I just pay insurance, what if accident that happened, how am I going to benefit? Those questions. In terms of life insurance, if I take a life cover, I'll have to wait for 10 years. You see those questions. So when we are developing our products, we are now having investment products. It's an insurance product, yes, but it's an investment product. You are investing, you're earning interest on it, and at the same time, you are covered in the same. So that is the direction we are trying to go. Because by the end of the day, it's like we are not supposed to be in competition with circles, but we can't avoid it, because someone will prefer.
Wrong with competition.
There's nothing wrong with competition, but we are in two different lanes. As we are mitigating risks,
all right,
them they are growing your capital.
We need you both.
Yes, you need exactly. Insurance is like an umbrella. During the sun, you don't need it, but mvua itoke tu nowhere. Mwenye akona mwavuli yake,
the center of attraction.
Exactly. Na ujuangi mvua inakuja saa ngapi.
By the way,
but during the sunny season, it's such a burden. Hata unaisahau sijui wapi. True. Yeah. So that is insurance.
Maybe just to buttress her point, that is why we have a business development manager, and his main responsibility is to get the feeling of the people out there. All right? They go there, then they come and crack their heads in the office now to see what we have had. Do we have it? If we have, is it responding to the wishes of the clients out there? If it's not, how do we then change it to be able to be responsive? Because the whole idea, when you're dealing with customers, you must be responsive to the customer needs, not otherwise. Because if you are not, then why do I have to come to you? That's why I have to position myself. So part of the business development manager is to go out there, they do their feasibility study to find out exactly what the people want and how we are going to package it so that it can be attractive to those people. So it's very easy. Like now, we have identified the Gen Zs, their requirements. There are people who want to travel after every 5 years. They want to go on holiday. That was not us. Some of us maybe boarded our first plane to go out for studies, nothing else. But these kids fly out of the country. They will save to be able to go on holiday in Christmas.
To attend a concert.
Yes, to attend a
the
concert.
weekend and come back.
Exactly. All right.
Camping.
Yes, camping, yes. What they call roadshow, I don't know, road
trip.
Yeah, road trips. Yeah, exactly. No, we didn't know. Me, I knew camping as a scout.
Only.
Only, yes. So you can see it's a major generational change. So those are things. And maybe just to buttress another point is that in our organization now as Amaco, this from beginning November this year, we are recruiting interns who are within the age of 22 to 27, but 30. To come and work with us in various areas. The criteria, of course, you must be a graduate, and we are going to make sure they are in the various fields so that they can start now inputting what they need. Right. At my age, even Esther, she might have specific areas where she could be keen, but a 22-year-old looks at things totally different. So is a 27-year-old. So that is what Amaco has now looked at. Over and above the training that Esther said, we are training, and we are training right across, including our direct sales agent, because that is the person who comes and meets you, Eric or Dory. That is a person who should tell you the truth about that product. Yes.
You know Mzee Kenga?
Yes.
I'm calling you Mzee.
I am.
Mzee Kenga.
Yeah, I can disclose my age.
And the others, who are now the seniors.
Yes, thank you.
Who've been in the insurance sector for so many years.
Yes.
And you have seen the many challenges. You have a lot of knowledge.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Is it possible for yourselves,
yes,
as you know, the elders of the insurance sector, plus the regulator, to lobby for insurance to be taught in schools?
It's like,
so we start from there, so that by the time you're telling me about insurance, I have interacted with this information.
Thank you very much, Eric. It's like you read my mind, because that was going to be part of my parting shot, that yes, just like we've been talking about sex education in school, I think that is the way to move forward. The reason why we have, as Amaco, focused on schools is because we know it's a captive market. All right, look at the population which is in school and in colleges. So it's a captive market for us. So we want to start educating, engaging with these schools and colleges so that they can also tell us, oh, maybe we need this kind of product. Then we come and sit back and see how best we can do it. So yes, we would want to engage our authority, that is the Insurance Regulatory Authority, in that area, so that if it's possible, we can be able to have in the curriculum something about insurance, because as Esther has put it, insurance is mitigating against risk. Who doesn't want to mitigate against risk? All of us. Yeah, we want it to be very peaceful. If I pass on, or he says, if I die, my children should be able to know, well, that is gone, but there's something for us. Yes.
I think what I'm picking here is, even as much as we usually speak of empowerment, financial literacy, we encourage our children to learn to save. And that it's really important that this is where the question that I asked comes in, the building of that mindset earlier in time, because honestly, it's very hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So when it's engraved in us and we have that blueprint and the foundation, I'm seeing someone is making fun on the comment section saying we can insure Kenya against corruption. Yeah, it's an interesting joke. But if we had ways of working around our finances and the insurance, perhaps people would be more comfortable, or more, I don't know how to packaged, in a personal level, so much that you do not think you need to kill your spouse in order to, gain something from the insurance. I really think there's a great conversation in that regard, and I like how Latiff put it. Let us start from that tender age.
Yes.
Yeah.
David is saying the neighbor's wife in Rwanda told his friends that she had just been married to the soldier because of insurance benefits. And that struck all the way deep. Okay, she could see, all right, so this guy has very good insurance package. He's a soldier for the government of Rwanda.
Yes.
So I get married to this guy, at least I get this kind of benefits as well coming towards me. But do we see that in this country? The level of awareness of what insurance is or what it could do, it's still, like you said, very low.
Very true.
goes into the 3% uptake of insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very low if I can comment on that. As I said earlier, it started on the wrong footing. So most of these young people, when they want to take up insurance, they get advice from their parents. And their parents are the ones who are messed up those days. Yeah. So they'll tell the insurance, "Hapana, enda ununue kashamba, enda uzuri." So if my parent tells me that, I'll be
That's
that's
True.
it. I'll,
True,
I'll
yeah.
not proceed
The
with
gospel
it.
truth.
Yeah.
So we need to also handle that generation.
Exactly.
Another fresh sensitization process.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
You've been in the matatu sector, PSV sector, for many years. Why? Hey.
There are those who would say you're very brave
Yes.
because it's a very volatile industry.
Very.
It's only the strongest that survive.
What are the dynamics in that sector, Esther?
The dynamics, the sector actually it's very, very volatile, let me say. But with the correct management, like now, we try our best. We don't work with all the matatus. We work with organized circles. When the circle comes in, at least now we have some sort of order, because that industry can be very orderless, let me say. There are so many. We have so many people, ambulance chasers. We have advocates. We have it's a lot. It's a plate full. But with the organized circles, there is order, and they take responsibility from their end. They train their matatus. Their drivers are well informed. They follow the rules, so it makes it a bit easier for us to manage.
And it's also easier for you to train and to create awareness about safety, about claims as well, and all.
Yes.
Very good. So again, today, the roadshow begins, CBD, goes all the way across Nairobi. What should we expect to see, Esther?
Okay.
Free fair.
Yeah, there's the free-fare entertainment. But basically today, what we want to tell people is thank you, because they have trusted us in our low times, in our high times. They have really been our loyal customers. And also we are giving them a promise, hope of a better tomorrow, of a better today, and mbele iko sawa. And just saying thank you. Thank you. This is just saying thank you to them and promising them that we'll be there for them.
Okay.
Yes.
The future is bright.
The future is bright.
Yes. And we do not only sell insurance, we ensure that they are safe when you're coming from your house to work, to build the economy, and going back home. We ensure that you do that safely.
It's ensuring safety.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us today. The chairman of Amaco Insurance, Michael Kenga Mure, and the acting CEO, Esther Mugure, they've been our guests, and they've been saying thank you for trusting in Amaco. Thank you for your faithfulness.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.